This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody, and welcome back to another Only Friends podcast, where I'm here with my Only Friends, and you know, as always, the number 2 to be seen here at the Only Friends podcast, Matt Berkey.
What's up, Burke?
All right, Mr. Number 1. I'm going to go ahead and throw it right back to you because my headphones are fucking dead.
All right, well, let's go. What happened yesterday?
That's my fault. I'll take responsibility for that one.
Headphones are dead. It's just you and I, Connie.
Well, I mean, that we got him to admit. We got him to admit it. That's
Step one.
Step one.
Step one is always admitting
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
So we got that out of the way. That's pretty cool. So yesterday, what happened? I know what happened. USA.
Moving on, baby.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when the last time they got it to the round of 16, but it's been a very long time, it feels like.
You know, I don't mind enjoying soccer once every 4 years.
Yo, it has. I feel revived. Yeah. I love it. I'm fucking up at 7 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Doesn't matter. If there's a soccer game, I'm watching it.
This happens every 4 years. I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is fun to watch. You know, the game. And then, like, as soon as the World Cup ends, it's just like, nah, I'm done.
In case you guys missed the iconic goal, take a look.
Yes.
Did the World Cup used to be in the summertime? I feel like it was always during the World Series.
Man, I feel like you're right.
Yeah, I feel like you are kind of right.
Yeah, so Qatar got a lot of backlash for doing it in the summertime because it would have been too hot for the athletes.
Sure.
So they purposely moved it up.
That makes sense.
Or moved it back, I guess.
That makes sense.
I think from my preference standpoint, it's much better in the summer because all the Euros are here. And they care. They care so much.
They don't care about poker.
Well, no, they still care about poker, but it's fun to see how much they give a shit the way that I give a shit about a 4-7 Steeler team beating a 4-7 Colts team on Monday night.
Yeah, Toby went to, what was that, Crown and Anchor at
Crown and Anchor's the spot.
8 a.m.? Yeah, that's where he went. Yeah, he's like 8 a.m. He's like, we got to get there at 8 a.m. for an 11 o'clock match because, you know, you need a seat.
Crown and Anchor is definitely the spot. That's where all the Euros frequent during the summer whenever World Cup is going on. The only thing that I disliked about it was, like, the last time I remember, like, having to sweat the World Cup or whatever, the Pirates were good. So baseball just like wasn't an option for any of the TVs, but it's okay because like, you know, you take an iPad, you fire it up to the internet.
That was what, 2014, huh? Must have been.
Been a while.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like how
really was that
correlated.
When was the last time they made the wild card? 14 or 15?
15.
15, yeah.
They made it 13, 14, 15.
Who was your start? Who were your stars at that time?
McCutcheon.
McCutcheon,
Marte.
AJ Burnett was good.
Gotcha.
Mariano was our pitcher.
Yeah, we got Burnett in his twilight.
Yeah. Russell Martin.
Okay, yeah, we got
Russell Martin was nice.
We got Russell Martin after that, right?
Before.
We had him before.
You also had Burnett both before and
After.
in between, I think. Didn't he come from the Yankees to the Pirates, go back to the Yankees, and then come back to the Pirates?
I don't think
Or maybe
so.
there was the Phillies somewhere in between. I don't remember. He was a journeyman, but he was the leader of that collective.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cole was a rookie.
Cole was a rookie in 13.
Yeah.
Well, there's no more Pirates talk. It is USA, and we are playing the Netherlands the next round. And I'm a little scared. Everybody from the Netherlands like 6'5", and they're all good at soccer. Like
You ain't 6'5".
No ways in the Netherlands.
It's close enough.
Wait, time the fuck out.
What happened?
First of all, I didn't know you were Norwegian, but it's close enough.
My
They're literally all adjacent. I mean, it's not like we're talking about a big region here.
My God. Wait, you didn't know I was Norwegian?
No,
You thought I was Dutch?
whatever, man.
From the
Scandies are
Netherlands?
Scandies.
Oh my
Like,
God. Actually, it's funny because I have no idea what you are.
me?
Yeah. I have zero idea.
Well, I'm a mutt. I'm American. I'm a quarter Italian, quarter Slovak, and then on my dad's side, it's some like
Swedish, right?
So apparently there's like a touch of like that seems to be where my namesake comes from. But I think that like of the ethnicities on my dad's side, that's the least of them. It's all some like
That's where you get
cascading.
your all skin from.
Yeah.
It's just the sweetest descent.
My dad's side is all like some cascading effect of German. So it's like PA Dutch, German, and where's Schwarzenegger from?
Austria.
Yep.
Yeah, an Austrian. So it's like all this like spectrum of different versions of German, I think.
When kids asked Berkey in elementary school, "What are you?" he was like, "The same place where Schwarzenegger's from."
No, he's just like, I'm Italian.
Italian. Like where we grew up, if
Listen.
you even have like 1/16 Italian, you're Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Everybody wants to be Italian.
I mean, I kind of feel like a lot of people are like that just on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Sopranos.
It just depends where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine that, like, you know, if you're from Squirrel Hill, you want to be Jewish, and if you're from, trying to think like other little pockets of the city.
Well, if you're from Polish Hill, you want to be Polish.
Yeah. Yeah, that part's true.
Wait, Squirrel
Yeah.
Hill is
Squirrel Hill. It's hard to
was
say.
Jewish.
Yeah. And then, right. And then if you're from Bloomfield, sorry, then then you're Italian.
Yeah, that's our little Italy, so to
Yep.
speak.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, while we're on it, big shout out to my man Baby Dick.
Baby Dick.
Baby Dick,
Hit
what do you
me
do?
up. Him and Rigby hit me up with a little gift, little Stoic hat. They gave this to me like a week and a half ago. I probably worn it 10 times on the show, and I forgot to shout them out.
It was funny because you wore it on
Live at the Bike.
Live at the Bike,
Yeah.
and like I was watching it was just a quick shot, real quick, and I was like, "That's a new hat." And I just saw the S. I'm like, "Is he wearing a hat that says Stinks on the back of it?" I was like, "Oh, that'd have been so amazing if you wore a hat that says Stinks on a live stream." But no,
yeah.
it said Stoic.
It said Stoic. We have a big show for you guys today. Obviously, we're doing a seat giveaway. Just to give you guys a heads up of how that works. We'll be giving it away probably about halfway through the show, around 11 a.m. You have to be active in the chat at the time of the giveaway. So you need to be actively chatting in order for us to populate Nightbot. Right around the time of the giveaway, we'll obviously give you a slight heads up. Those of you who are members are going to get a 10x luck factor. So anybody who is a part of the Nerds and Brainiacs, you are more of a favorite than...
You should just join.
Yeah, I mean, just join. Click that join button. You have like 45 minutes to do it. It's going to give you a better shot at winning this thing. So go nuts there.
While you're at it, smash that like button. You know,
Yes.
Retweet this to your friends. Do something. You know, get
And
off
you
your
should
ass.
already be subscribed.
Or
Because if
stay
you're
on-
not subscribed,
Well,
then
if
you're
they're
not
not subscribed,
chatting,
they
then
can't chat.
You can't chat,
Yeah.
and then you're not eligible to win $12,000 package.
$1,000. Yeah, so anybody who's out there watching that is trying to chat and can't, it's because you haven't clicked that little bell. You got to subscribe to the channel. It's subscribers only. That's like the bare minimum in order to qualify for the giveaway.
Shout out to Michael Sheehan. He said, "Be smart like me," as he joins the Nerds and Brainiacs.
Yes. Thank you.
So we have the World Cup advancing. That game is Thursday, you said? No,
December
tomorrow's Thursday.
3rd. So
So not till next
it
week.
is
No.
Thursday. Oh no,
Tomorrow's
no,
December
I'm sorry.
1st.
I'm an
Tomorrow's the
idiot.
first,
I'm an
bro.
idiot. Saturday.
Speaking of getting the dates wrong, the La Manager thought today was the first, and it's not.
I don't know what's going on, man. They all just run together.
So you guys have an extra 24 hours on our Black Friday sale, which is just basically turning into a November sale.
Possibly. I don't know if it ends at midnight tonight or midnight the next night. Just get in there. And
So
sign
you
up.
have somewhere between 13 and 24, 25
13 or
hours.
16,
Yeah, who
36
knows?
hours.
Whatever.
something.
Like you have a little bit of time. If you're interested in poker training, more Poker Out Loud, head over to softwarewide.io. It's half off for your first 3 months, as well as a 2-week free trial. If you cancel before the free trial ends, you will not be charged. So go over there, enjoy the content, let us know, give us feedback. Obviously, join our Discord channel. Hit hashtag Discord if you want the link to that. We have about 2,000 members, very active, a lot of discussion around, the pokers, if you will. Finally, what the hell? Oh, we have another episode of Only Friends Out Loud tonight at 4. Oh, this afternoon at 4 p.m. This is episode 3 of 5. So if you haven't been watching that, head over to our regular channel on YouTube. You'll be able to watch the first 2 episodes there. We'll be uploading every day at 4 p.m. this week as far as the rest of that season, I guess, goes.
It seems like the Only Friends Poker Out Loud is creating some Twitter buzz.
So here's the thing with it. It's a very strange phenomenon. In the past, we've done Poker Out Loud seasons. We've done Vlogger season twice. We did a student edition, and they blew up. The YouTube algorithm fucking loved it. Okay. They all averaged like somewhere between 30 and 50,000 views per video. A lot of people were seeing Poker Out Loud for the first time. It was a really great way for us to display the product and get it out there to those who aren't within our community already and in the know, right? And the strategy that we utilized in the past was we would upload once a week. Okay. So that was true of Poker Out Loud. That was true of the Vlogcast. Basically, the channel in and of itself was uploading weekly. And it was doing well, but we were kind of like fit into the vlogger box. So when we would be recommended after like a Rampage video or after a Mariana video, something along those lines, right? Since we started doing the daily show, our channel has, the way the algo views it has greatly shifted. So now we're seen as like daily content in the same sphere as like a lot of the corporate channels. So we'll get recommended by like PokerGo, PokerStars, Triton, and then all of the daily live streams. So like Live at the Bike, Hustler Live, Lodge, all of those types of channels will be recommending our content. Now, obviously that's great because the ceiling's a lot higher when you look at these channels. They're much bigger on the aggregate than vloggers are. But the issue is that now when we do our original content that isn't the daily podcast, it doesn't hit the algo. We get punished because it's so far removed from what we're constantly doing. And a lot of these channels that we're talking about aren't going to recommend a product like Poker Out Loud because it's much closer to a vlog than it is, a daily show or a live stream, right?
Do you think it's getting lost?
So it's getting lost in the algo in the sense that no one new is viewing it. Yeah. But because no one new is viewing it, everybody who's already aware of the product is tuning in. And you're right in the sense that this is probably the biggest response that we've had on social media as far as like, people actively coming out and saying like, I miss this content. I haven't seen it in a while, or I'm seeing it for the first time and it's fantastic. Like I've followed you guys for a while, but this is the first time I'm actually, and we're getting this tremendous response from the people in our silo, so to speak, like the people within the reach of my 30,000 Twitter followers, right? We're getting a big response there, but on actual YouTube, nobody new is seeing it. Like we're gonna have less than 10,000 views.
So we need all of our viewers and followers to go out and share it in social. Share the link to the.
You heard the manager. You heard the man. Share that shit.
Share it out there. Get it out to everyone.
I would appreciate the shares, but I'm definitely coming to learn that organic growth is.
Don't listen to him. Okay, just go out and share the link.
This season is being
can't hurt.
Is it one every day this week?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then is today the one with Robbie Jade Lou?
She snuck in.
That's how you get it out there. Yep.
Yeah. Halfway through the episode, it just cuts to the gif of her going, "Fuck you, Berkey."
That's actually would be great.
I mean, I'd like to give a shout out to Pigtails and Justin and Travis and crew for editing out my live tail.
They actually did?
Oh yeah, it wasn't on there.
God damn it.
Come on, man. They got to protect me, a little bit.
Man, that's pure gold.
By the way, in that hand, the tortoise knew what was going on. Melissa out there trying to double check raise me. I saw right through that
shit. Well, you can never be too careful.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. If I get check raised and I get checked again, the tortoise is always checking back. Come on, sure. Melissa, you know better than that.
Sure. To address some things that are going on in the chat, it said the YouTube app on mobile doesn't have the join button. That's only on iOS. But yeah, you're right. You have to get to a computer or perhaps use a browser. That might help. I'm not sure. But for whatever reason on iOS, you can't join utilizing the app.
Get your shit together, Tim Cook.
Yeah.
Wait,
get your shit together. What?
Tim Cook is who?
Owner of Apple.
Yeah, they
Or
suck.
CEO of Apple.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because they do suck. Actually,
He's Apple's sidekick.
but he had one of the best fucking tweets of all times if it was real. Elon was fucking bitching about having to pay 30% or something to Apple.
Yeah.
And
No. He was complaining that Apple stopped advertising with Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
threatening to pull the app off of iPhones.
Tim Cook said,
Right.
"Appreciate your feedback. Pay 30% now."
Yeah.
That is great because
I was fucking
Elon
dying.
has been trolling everybody with that.
It was pretty great.
To pay $8. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get into the Elon Twitter debacle, so we'll skim right past that. Other interesting things. Have you guys seen this runner contest
Amazing.
that Poker.org is doing?
So I saw
I'm ready
it,
to
but-
get on the road and find this
yeah, like
person.
what am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to just go to random poker rooms in the middle of nowhere? This
Well,
looks awesome.
Kind of. I mean, yeah, you could try to just I don't think that's the play. I think it's to have intel all across the country. And then, if need be, you split the bounty with somebody else. But yeah, effectively, in order to capture the runner, there's this list of rules. So you want to begin recording a video, approach or otherwise engage the runner in person, say aloud to the runner, "How do you feel about rabbit hunting?" Wait for the runner to say, "I'm fine with rabbit hunters, but I don't like bounty hunters." Then say aloud to the runner, "I'm a bounty hunter." Wait for the runner to say, "You win, I am the runner." So then from there, you have to basically submit this video to poker.org. They'll confirm. I was looking at their page, and nobody within the company even knows who the runner is.
That's what it seems like.
Really?
Yeah, so they just get these anonymous updates every day. They also have this page within their site. It's poker.org/runner-runner. And it has live updates. So they have like a live runner tracker. It has updates. It has like a bunch of like information that's being collected.
Do we know? We don't know where the runner is, but we know where the runner was.
No.
Or has been.
No, we don't know any of that either. They put out a daily
I saw that,
clue.
just a little clip.
So
right?
the runner posts a video every single day. He has to play poker at least every other day.
Yeah.
And he has to film in front of a commercial property.
Yeah, it was a gas station. I think.
Yeah, it was
first
a
one I saw
Texaco.
was Texaco. Yeah.
He started to like
that's-
show Texas, and he goes, "Did you really think I was gonna make it that easy?" Yeah, it was good. But yeah, so there's like a map of suspected runner stops where like poker.org is like, it's kind of like Santa Tracker, but they're basically going off of collected information in the known sphere. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty sharp because it's a huge package. It's a 30K package to PSPC.
Wow.
Which, a big incentive, and multiple people can obviously be involved because you could just have somebody go and play and then everybody takes a piece of it. So you can pool your wits and wherewithal that way. Really creative, really cool. I hope it gains steam because I'm not going to try to find the runner.
I am.
Good. You should. And it's not because like it's not worth it. It is. I'm just very busy and I'll probably be at PSPC anyway. So it's better it's much more deserved for somebody else who's going to go out there sleuthing, but I'm sweating it.
Yeah, you got it. It's so cool.
It's like fun. It's fun to sweat from afar because there's this kind of like sleuth element to it, and I think poker Twitter in particular kind of takes a little bit of pride in being able to solve these puzzles and get to the bottom of things, as we've seen with Postle and the Hustler Live nonsense, and very good at compiling information and trying to get to the end result. But the crazy thing with this is you could be right about where the runner is and still never
Get the runner.
figure out who the runner is.
Right. I would assume it has to be someone recognizable. It has to
Well,
be
I
like
don't think it
maybe.
is really because
So it's just any random person?
Well, I
That
don't-
seems like. I mean, I guess they're gonna drop more and more clues, right? Like right now, it'd almost be impossible to know who it is. But maybe in like a week, they give you enough clues that you can piece it together.
There are going to be so many people who, when they find out, are going to be like, oh my God, I played with him.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I was right there. They were in my grasp. I let them get away.
Let him off the hook.
Fuck, it better not be Spraggy. I saw him the other day.
That's actually kind of sharp, right?
Yeah.
Just start going
It
up
could
to-
be a Stars representative.
What if he just... I'm
But
just
then
gonna,
he's not going to travel.
Yeah.
If he's just at the Venetian every day, I'm pretty confident it's not him.
Yeah, sure. But
just gonna
he's-
start. I'm just gonna go up to every single person, like in a poker room, and just start saying the asking the questions. you need to
I'm
ask.
going to do the opposite. I'm just going to show up to random places across the country.
And act
when
like it's
people
you.
ask me if I'm the runner, I'm just going to go, I don't like bounty hunters. You are the winner.
Yeah.
And then they're not.
I mean, that's such a cool concept. Though. Like, I hope somebody doesn't luck box into it, and somebody that does put work into it,
Yeah.
gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says Rampage the runner. It's possible. He was in Boston. Now he's in Florida.
Mm.
Maybe
Moving
Vegas
around.
next.
Yep.
Got this man on the run.
I have a feeling that they're gonna want him to hit up like middle of nowhere spots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this is good, like a middle of America type.
Gonna be in Choctaw.
Yeah. Who's the known person right now in Cherokee, North Carolina?
Yeah. No.
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 I think you got to get somebody who's like traveling or willing to travel, right? Maybe it's just Kessler. Just send him across the nation.
Yo, that would be
Go play the daily
hilarious.
tournament. Go play a daily tournament in every casino from California to New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, so like, if that person doesn't get caught, they get to keep the 30K bounty. I mean,
Oh, is that true?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay,
get to
cool.
keep the platinum pass.
That's pretty
so,
awesome.
like, I don't want it to be a Stars representative already.
Right.
Like,
right.
I want it to be somebody that, you know. Why couldn't it be me? What the fuck? Y'all never figured me out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Please. You got busted on fucking day one. He can't keep his mouth shut.
I don't know how they who they picked and how they picked it, but it would be pretty cool if you could like if they continue to do this and then you put in a submission to be the runner.
Oh, right.
And then if you win that, then you have to just stay on the run and
Got to be coy.
yeah,
Very
exactly.
sly.
So it is just like a random person that could win it, and then if another random person finds them, they win it.
What if it's JT
Like Justin
Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake?
or Brian Koppelman?
If it's Brian Koppelman, that would be really cool.
That would be fun.
That'd actually be cool.
You get the reference, right? You don't. Wow. Unbelievable. The movie Runner.
Oh yeah.
You've never seen it? Terrible movie.
I don't think
I
I
love
have.
Koppelman, but like
Yeah.
terrible movie.
I didn't want to say it
Oh,
out
that's
loud,
right.
man.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I did see that.
It was
Maybe I
based
did.
off of
Long time
like
ago.
online poker,
Right.
and Justin Timberlake like got in some shit with organized crime.
Yeah. I remember. I
I think
like
Ben
the preview.
or not Ben. I think Ben Affleck. I think was
He's in it too?
I think he was the lead.
Mm.
Yeah, terrible movie. Shout out to my man Koppelman. We got to get him on here. I love his stuff. Billions is one of the best. I mean, he'll openly
if you
admit.
want him on here, just
He'll
stop-
openly admit that Runner was bad.
Maybe he thinks that's his masterpiece.
No, he's publicly said like it's not good. We kind of mentioned Rampage a little bit. I want to get into a little drama that he's going through. I was texting with him yesterday. Lee Jones in the chat said he can answer runner questions.
Ooh.
Okay, Lee, who is it?
Yeah.
Where will he be about 3:45 today Pacific time, please?
Let's add a seat giveaway today. So Ethan was texting me a little bit yesterday. He and Finding Equilibrium are having a bit of a back and forth, little drama in the content creation streets. You love to see it. Let's get this drummed up. Maybe we create a WWE match out of this. This is a little.
No, not that drum?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's keep that for Weekend Warrior. This is a little bit. It hits a little close to home for us because we have a working relationship with both.
Yes.
And then aside from that, like I would consider Ethan to be a pretty good friend. So the cliff notes to all of this are Finding Equilibrium used footage from a Rampage vlog in one of his breakdown videos. They had a bit of a DM exchange from there. This video happened to be a sponsored video. Rampage kind of like reached out. I wouldn't say aggro, but basically saying like, don't use my shit, and claiming that it's copyright infringement. Finding Equilibrium responds and basically says like, look, it's fair use. Rampage says, okay, fine, I understand, but I would at least appreciate the courtesy of you asking to utilize it. And finding equilibrium, basically saying like, look, I'm a small channel. Like if I asked everybody that I use their content, I'd be spending all my time doing that. And I bring this up not necessarily to shine a spotlight on the drama, like whatever, it's playing out how it plays out. They're both content creators. They'll make content out of it. I thought finding equilibrium went pretty hard in the video, and whether Rampage addresses it or not, to be determined. But the bigger convo to have here, especially because it affects us directly, is this notion of fair use and what the responsibility is around the content creator who is kind of cherry picking things to utilize from the social space. And we do this every day, obviously, right? Like we're running clips. We are oftentimes pulling a little bit of content here and there. Sometimes that content shared directly with us, so it's a lot simpler. when Ryan Braun's out there making memes of Landon in a towel, I feel pretty confident that he wants that to get onto the pod.
Yes.
And I think from our vantage point, we see it as an amplification platform that we utilize here. So anything that we're putting out there should only be for the betterment of the places that we are taking content from. But to be clear, we're never going to the length of saying courtesy of or footage taken from. Like, yeah, we amplify the content itself, but we rarely actually go the length of amplifying the source. And according to fair use laws, that's not necessary. Basically anything, the simple breakdowns of fair use are anything that's in the public domain that you are utilizing in a way that is not compromising the greater scope of the content that you're pulling from, as well as you're altering it in a way that it's not the full scope of your content, right? So what I mean by that is some of the fair use that you've seen in the past from like maybe Polk is him taking video clips or whatever and then adding his own little flair to it, his own edits. With us, it's like a brief 30-second clip in a 90-minute podcast. It's obviously not the full scope of the content we're creating. It's a little blip. So that is enough of an adjustment to consider most things fair use. But I think like the general rule of thumb is like when it's in the public domain, outside of it being copywritten by, televised rights. So we ran into this for a long time with PokerGo. They finally have gotten a lot more lax on their side of things, and I think that's a byproduct of them now growing their YouTube channel and recognizing that amplification is a bigger deal than protection. But we see it mostly like when we get copyright strikes, it's from MLB, NFL, and
mainly sports stuff.
Yeah, mainly sports stuff.
I'll reach out, make sure we get that.
Well, even that
talk to Goodell for us.
Even that, this is a clear. This is where the clear discrepancy comes from. Like even that, it only happens when we pull from a YouTube video that is a full-length clip, right? If we pull from Twitter, which is public domain, and it's already an edited down clip, those clips are basically put out there by these publishing houses or whatever you want to consider NFL and MLB marketing to be for the sharing and the free use, right? Yeah. So it's a weird space because I think when I first got into creating content, when we first started in 2016, I was very much on Rampage side of the conversation. Like if you are an original creator and you're putting time, effort, and energy and resources into making something original, somebody else ripping it off feels really shitty. And I remember Polk being under a lot of fire for this. But I've certainly come around as I understand fair use a lot more, but more importantly, as I see like the shared content space and how like TikTok is a great example. I would say like a third of the content on there is people remixing other content, right? Like you don't know what I'm talking about. You're a fucking boomer.
on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok.
Not.
What Taylor Swift is probably one of the biggest things on TikTok.
Is she?
I don't know. I'm not on TikTok that much, but I would assume there's a lot of Tay-Tay.
You're the only one on TikTok in this room.
The fuck's wrong with you guys? First of all,
I don't want the Chinese government to have all my information.
I know Guapo's not.
Nobody's on Chinese TikTok. It's separate.
I know Guapo definitely doesn't have TikTok because he didn't have our conversations on WhatsApp for 3 months.
That's true.
They were all archived.
Yeah, stuff like this is where Guapo really does show his boomer age. When it comes to tech stuff, he just boomers out real fast.
We were
The one that still hurts me is when I went to go turn the volume down on the TV. And you called me a boomer in front of everyone because I didn't just hit the mute button.
Yeah. It's on like volume 56 and he's clicking it one at a time. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? This can't be real life. Yeah, so you watch Instagram Reels? Same thing.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
You can remix on Instagram Reels. And what this is a feature where basically you repost in a split screen format where the original content's playing on the side and you're either doing a reaction or you're mimicking, whatever. So it's a huge part of creator norms, I guess, at this point, where you not only expect kind of like music sampling, I think, the way that's evolved, especially seeing like the influence of like guys like Kanye and P. Diddy, like people who are basically building careers off of their sampling. A lot of content creators are doing the same. Reaction content is like some of the biggest on the internet.
It's like all that is on Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
Just like somebody's video and then somebody talking about
it's
it.
on your reels. My reels are just girls squatting. Literally just like muscle girls everywhere.
Yo,
Muscle mamas.
I completely fucking forgot. Our boy Guapo is in the finalists for a seat for the WPT.
He is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Huge good luck to Guapo. He's drawing stone fucking dead.
Is he really?
Stone
Yo,
dead.
we need everybody in the chat to go out for Guapo.
Yeah, it's not. If it's a popularity contest, then I'm drawing.
Even
dead.
if it's
But
not a popularity contest, like when it comes to the stories and like look, I love you, but you're just not beating Amanda Botfield if it came down to simply, hard work or whatever. It's like, this girl won 10 fucking seats.
Well, no, the Legion decides.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
okay.
like,
So it is a popularity contest.
We need our Brains and Nerdiacs to come out and be part of the Legion.
the nerdy
Nerds
acts.
and Nerdiacs.
Dyslexic.
Brains and Nerdiacs, what I say?
You said brains and nerdiacs.
He said it again and then goes, what did I say?
Wait.
Nerds and brainiacs.
Oh,
There you go.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever. I was trying to switch that shit a while. No, it's cool.
I kind of like. I kind of like nerdiacs.
I'm just happy to be in the mix. If you guys can go in there and chime in, that would be great.
Yes.
No, you better go over there. What do you got? 428 in here right now?
I'm doing my damnedest I'm doing my damnedest to help your cause by ensuring that you still don't get paid.
That was funny. Do you know when the giveaway is?
I do not.
I think it's
Actually.
at 6 p.m. I think.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. today.
All right, so guys, everybody, 6 p.m., get on over to Joey's channel.
Go spam.
Vote for our boy Guapo.
Go
He needs
spam
to
it.
get paid. He hasn't been paid in a very long time.
I'm hungry.
Familia.
Wow. Wow. Danielle's in the chat. Miss Yegon herself watching her first podcast ever. This is my best friend.
Wow.
No way, Danielle's
This is
in
my
the chat.
best friend in the entire world, and it took me giving away a 12K package for her to show
get
up
in.
and pretend like she gives a shit about what we're saying.
Hello, Danielle.
Hi, yay.
Gosh, unbelievable.
I love it.
Just to stick a pin in the Rampage finding equilibrium content, I think it is ultimately going to be much ado about nothing. But I do think that this is something that a lot of the content creators probably should begin to both consider and actively pursue. I think, in my opinion, we stand to gain a lot more by creating some sort of cooperative space where we're all piggybacking off of one another. And we do see this amongst the vloggers, but you don't want it to be like the in and out crowd, right? Where it's just like either you're a part of them or you're not. And if you're not, then you get these DMs saying like, hey, take it down or I'm going to, press charges for, not charges, but like, I'm going to pursue copyright infringement and things like that. I don't think that helps anybody. And, to spin it back on us, Finding Equilibrium did a couple Poker Out Loud videos without our permission. Mm-hmm. And granted, he did them in a way that were only beneficial to us. But even if he were critical, I don't think I would have done anything.
No.
Right? Like if he had trashed the product, I would have just kind of been like, yeah, okay, fine. Like criticism is just fair. in a general landscape like this.
He probably wouldn't have a course on our website.
No, yeah, probably wouldn't have led to a friendship, that's for sure, or at least a working relationship. But that said, like when he created we didn't know each other at all.
No,
we had
right.
never spoken, so I assumed that was his honest criticism of the product itself, and it was truly beneficial as we got exposure to a new audience. But I do think that that's how we get outside of these four walls, right? At some point, we're gonna need a crossover with an Atom 22 at No Jumper, or we're going to need somebody from outside this space to start to take some of these creators under their wing and say like, okay, like here's 5 ways that I can help amplify you, and take those 5 ways and potentially cascade them upon your community, right? So like if you take a Brad Owen, for example, and he kind of gets encapsulated by Jake Paul. So like Jake reaches out and says like, look, man, I love what you're doing. I want to amplify you. Like here's the plan of attack. I'm going to share these bits of content. And that's what I think I can do for you. But what I expect in return is for you to do this for your fellow community members, right? That would have a cascading effect so fast, right? Rather than there be a chasm between Brad Owen and the next guy. Now all of a sudden, like, what's the adage? All tides.
Rising tides, or a tide.
Rising tides raise all ships.
Something
along those lines.
What?
Yeah, we're butchering that really
What do you
badly.
guys?
I don't even think it's an adage. I think that's an idiom, but
Yeah.
there's a slight difference.
There's so many words and phrases and shit going on right now, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do.
That's because you were staring at the chat for the last 5
You
minutes.
said adage and like
He did say adage.
I don't
I know.
even know.
He
I
got it
still
right.
don't know what there's a definition of it in our chat, and I still don't know what it means.
Actually, maybe it is interchangeable with idiom, but it's basically just like, you know what? For Conrad speak, it's a catchphrase.
Thank you.
It's a catchphrase.
My fucking God.
It's a catchphrase with like an underlying meaning.
There we go.
You know?
Look how easy that was.
Like black don't crack. That's an old adage. You understand now?
All right, I get it. I understand.
Okay, you get it. I think it's time.
It's time.
I think it's time. I think it's time to give away a 12K package.
Oh, man.
Oh man,
Does-
hold on. Let's see.
If
here.
Yee wins it, do we take it back because it's the first time she's watched it?
No, but I do think we'll hold it ransom in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
So as you can see, Guapo has Nightbot up. How many you got populated there?
164.
Oh,
Make that almost 200 now.
okay. I have 255 on mine, so let's give it a second.
Yeah, let people get in the chat.
Let it
Make sure you.
Everybody has to chat.
Yeah, make sure you say something in the chat right now so you get populated.
Oh, I saw my boy Derek in there.
Oh, come on, Derek.
Oh, I know why. Guapo.
Oh, chat's going
I know why
crazy
ours
right
is
now.
different. Change your setting where it says users active within the past 5 minutes. Change that to 15 minutes.
Okay, the boomer's gonna come out of me right now.
It's just the slide.
Does it
at the
reset
bottom.
though?
No,
Okay.
I just did it and mine shot up to 400.
users active within the past 1 minute are eligible. So move this to the right.
Yep.
Yeah, 15.
And that should give everybody who's chatted in the last 15
Oh
minutes.
yeah, here we go. We're all the way up to 350.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Am I in there?
No.
You're not in there.
Hold on, I'm typing.
You already have a seat.
There
I'm
it
in there,
is.
though, right?
Conrad is in there.
Who's gonna hit this button?
You are.
Oh man.
Yes, let's
Oh,
go, Guapo.
man.
Wait,
I'll hit mine too. So they're different.
Oh, okay. So this is sort of like the when the death sentence thing happens. Nobody really knows who's pulling the trigger.
No. That's what I mean. Like they're not the same.
wait, that really happens in death sentences?
Yeah. So they put
Yeah.
one bullet in like 6 guns.
No way.
Yeah. There's summer
And they put them in
blanks.
front of the fire squad, and everybody shoots. So
Same
like,
thing with the electric chair, right? Back in the day, they had like two
multiple
switches
people
where-
hit the
yeah.
switch. Yeah, I think you're right. Go ahead, Guapo. Roll
here we
it.
go.
Roll that.
I better get 5%. Here we go.
Who we got?
Jonathan Mayo.
Jonathan Mayo is our winner.
Jonathan Mayo, congratulations.
Jonathan Mayo, if you're in the chat, hit us up.
Oh, that's right. He's got to be in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, it's a message will pop up when he chats, right? And stay on the screen. I mean, you don't have to do it on what's more called, but yeah.
Big shout out to my man Jonathan Mayo.
Congrats, man. Whoever you are. Oh, are we doing something with a like a quick?
Oh, there he is. I'm here.
Are we
I'm
doing
here.
a quick something with people that win seats at WPT?
What do you mean?
Like, have them come up for a minute for the podcast.
For the podcast?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
we're doing a live podcast at WPT. Right?
Oh, he just joined. Sorry. Jonathan just joined the Brainiacs. And he said, what you should have picked was.
That's great.
Good callback. Congrats, Jonathan.
That's pretty awesome.
No, Conrad.
Aw.
Like you can't
much
just
fun.
you can't just do like no. We are a corporately sponsored show. We have a tight 55-minute window to operate under. You can't just go pulling audibles and saying like,
We want to bring friends.
what does that even mean? I
don't
don't
know.
even know what that means. All right, Jonathan, go ahead and throw your Twitter handle in the chat. We'll reach out to you on social, get everything confirmed. Congratulations on your 12K package to the WPT Championship at the Win. Huge shout out to WPT Global for making all of this happen, for being our sponsor in the month of November. We appreciate you guys so much for everything that you've done. They've sent hundreds of people to this championship event. I guess it's in 2 weeks. I almost said next week. But I don't think it's until the following.
Yeah.
Well,
When is that?
Oh, did you see what just happened there?
When's that really big
that got
satellite?
rough.
Is it 50 seats?
Oh, yeah. When is
guaranteed?
the 50 seats?
I'm not sure of the exact date. It's so the event itself starts on the 12th. I think the satellite is somewhere either the 9th or 10th.
And it's 50 seats, right?
50 seat guarantee, $1,100 buy-in.
That is Tortoise approved.
That is very. Tortoise is going to be in there. He's
He'll
going to
be
be
in
moving
there.
and shaking for sure.
Right.
But yeah, huge shout out to Jonathan. Can't wait to see you. Make sure you come say hi. All of the seat winners, all three of you, please hit us up when you're there. All right, Jonathan, I got you. Jonathan.
Also, Jonathan, I don't want to
shit.
speak for Landon, but I'm going to. He told the other winners that if you want to reach out to him, he would help you out.
I think he has
with
a Discord channel set up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So if you want to get maybe just a few tips, a few things to know going into this huge event, Landon would love to facilitate that.
I don't.
Thanks, Landon.
Okay, I got Jonathan's.
All right. Conrad's going to reach out to you. He's going to get information off you, and we are going to take care of the rest. Huge congratulations. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this giveaway.
Yes.
Thank you so much from WPT Global for making it happen. Speaking of WPT, we are going to round out the show with a preview of the SHRPO final table.
I'm sorry. One second. Jonathan, please open up your DMs.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He cannot be contacted.
He only follows Neil deGrasse and you.
Wow.
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he?
And
Wait.
I'm his only follower now.
Oh, my God. He just created Twitter for this, too. This guy is really dedicated.
Love it.
Congratulations. I wonder if Danielle's still in the chat. What do you think?
No, she's
Nah,
gone.
she's gone.
She's gone. We'll never see her again.
She's so mad right now.
Never to be seen again. So I want to do a preview of the SHRPO final table because this is live tournament poker on hard mode. This is not what WPT. Honestly, this is the evolution of live MTTs. It's remember the days of yore when all the WPTs were 10Ks and only a couple hundred players in the world could play, and we got to know who all of them were.
If you knew everybody at the final table.
Yeah, and we believed them to be the best in the world because they were consistently there. But the fact of the matter is, poker was just super easy, and they were the richest at the time. So a lot of household names were born out of that. And that's not to say none of them were good. Obviously, there were plenty of talent there. Ivy, Negreanu, Antonio, all of those guys. They were consistent winners in the WPT early formats, right? But then there was this like 5 to 10 year period where the open fields just grew to a massive size. The buy-in level kind of came down a little bit to 3,500. And you always just had a pretty fair mix of amateurs and professionals at the final table. It was never that big of a spectacle, right? Nothing really emerged outside of Altman and Elias, both winning 3 titles.
If you're playing fucking Madden right now, it's like all Madden times 2. This final table.
Yeah, this final table is decorated to say the least. So everybody at this final table has made a WPT final table prior, except for the chip leader, Andy Wilson. What you need to know about Andy Wilson is he is, I believe, from England. and an absolute online crusher. Millions and millions in lifetime earnings online. Young, like 25-ish, I believe. Plays high stakes MTTs, just considered to be one of the best. So him not ever having a final table with WPT, I would wager this is probably his third ever WPT. Pretty sure he played SHRPO in August. He might have played in April. So this might be like his fourth WPT because I'm pretty sure that he played 5 Diamond also. Maybe not. Anyway, he's definitely played less than a dozen WPTs lifetime. And now he's at his first final table. He has the chip lead with 167 big blinds.
Got it all.
You would think.
Got a lot of it.
The average stack is like 50 bigs. He doesn't have that many. There is one short stack. Robel. I'm going to butcher this. I'm sorry. Andy Michael. I'm sure I'm just pronouncing that phonetically. And it's like something like very romantic and like Andy Michel. Something
He's got
along
about
those
1/25 of the chip leader.
Yeah, he has 7 big blinds.
Yeah.
But he also, though he's relatively new on the scene as well, only 660K in lifetime earnings, 545 of that came from final tabling Lucky Hearts WPT last year and getting second place. So he's no stranger to the final table either. Now, obviously, he has an uphill battle, only having 7 bigs. But they're all guaranteed.
1 or 2 double ups and you're right back in it.
Yeah, you're in the mix. They're all guaranteed 167K so far. First place is going to be 785 plus a seat. And rounding out this final table is just death row of live MTTs. So we have Altman going for his 4th WPT title, which would be a record. Him and Elias are currently tied for 3rd. He has a little bit of an uphill climb. I think he has like 49 blinds and is 3rd in chips.
Sorry, nobody has more than 3 titles?
No.
Wow.
They're the only 2, as far as I know, that have 3. And then this next man is vying for his 3rd. And also, basically back-to-back, as he just won 5 Diamond, beating our boy Cuz. Heads up. Chad Evsledge is going for his 3rd title, which would tie Altman and Elias.
This guy is a fucking beast.
He can also earn Player of the Year award by finishing 3rd or better in this one. It would be his 2nd title of this season, 3rd overall, as I said, and would round out basically a $5 million upswing over the last 18 months or so.
He's a goddamn animal. He has been on fire. I remember I was talking to one of his friends, and I was like, yo, your boy Chad's a beast. Like, he's just fucking ripping everything off. And that was like, I don't know, 16 months ago. Yeah. And he's just won everything since.
He was crushing ACR during the pandemic.
Yep.
That's where he like really emerged. I've known Chad on the scene for a while. He's been playing live MTTs for maybe a decade plus. He's very sound. He's very good. Like the thing that him, Altman, Elias, that they all kind of share in common, they're different breeds of talented when it comes to poker itself, right? Like I would say Chad is probably the most studied of the 3 in game theory. But all 3 of them are very good at operating on the spectrum of exploitative when it comes to live, right? They're just very naturally, I don't know if like conditioned to the environment is the right way of saying it, but like as a live guy myself, what I'm speaking to is like there's just this spidey sense of when it's okay to get too thin, when it's okay to run these bluffs, when it's okay to shut down 5 high, in spite of the fact that you're at bottom and you're just supposed to bluff according to the book. Like you just know something, right? Like you just see the overfold occurring early in the hand, which means that like your bluffs don't work later in the hand, or you know, you see the guy who's a little bit too sticky that you're just always going to get to the river and then know that he's going to massively overfold. And these guys navigate that in a way that allows them to kind of, I don't want to say beat variance, but like shift variance onto their side. Like they get to be the statistical anomalies, not just because they're on the left side distribution or sorry, the right side distribution of the bell curve, right? Like, yeah, that's probably happening too, but they're leveraging their skill and their understanding of the game and the understanding of the environment to ensure that they're capitalizing on all of these opportunistic situations. And Chad's just like one of the best, right?
Yeah, when you have that kind of skill set and then you are on that side of the bell curve, that's when you see the $5 million upswings.
Right, exactly. So like where being on that side of the bell curve comes into play is like when he's winning 25K high rollers. You know, there isn't a whole lot of live edge to garner there. Everybody's playing a really sound strategy, and so are you, and you just happen to win your 60-40s, win your 50-50s, and come out victorious, right? And that's not to dilute anything and say like you weren't skillful in the process. It's just more so saying that like variance is going to choose the winners ultimately a little bit more often when the skill is level.
Right.
But when we look at these open fields where the skill is far from level, and there's a massive disparity between the top and the bottom, guys like Chad, guys like Altman, guys like Elias are just reaping the rewards, just reeling in every single bit of EV along the way and somehow fading the disasters, right? And that's not to say they don't bust. They do. But, you know, they also have this thing in common where like they have timely aggression, but they are just relentlessly aggressive, like Altman being the most aggressive of the three, in my opinion, to the point where like I think he's evolved throughout his career from like just sheer raw blind aggression, where it's just like this guy's gonna triple a lot when I'm in pots with him, to now being a lot more calculated and a lot more sound and precise in the way that he chooses his spots. But he's a fucking terror to play against, and he doesn't make these final tables with 7 blinds. You know, no slight here to Robel, like you're there, bro. Like getting there is getting there, and it doesn't matter if you have 7 blinds or 70. But my point is like he just doesn't limp his way into these spots. He's always in the mix. He's always top 3 in chips, top 2 in chips. Same thing with Elias, right? It's like this guy just comes in. We forget that he just got I think it was the April SHRPO event. He came in as a massive chip leader and just like went. Did he win that one or did he get second? I can't recall. I don't remember. I think he had a disappointing finish in spite of being the chip leader.
This is why you see these guys get these victories and top 3s all the time, because they're coming in with a massive chip lead. They're not coming in with the short stack.
They have a strategy, they have a skill set, and they leverage both very, very well in their favor. Andy is going to be a stopper to that, in my opinion. He's so fucking good. Huge shout out to Bowie Effect. I met him for the first time this past April in Florida. Love the kid. Like, can't say enough good things about him. It's rare that I come into youth or I come in contact with youth where I'm just kind of just like, oh man, I love everything about you. Like, I love your presence, I love your intelligence, I love the way you carry yourself, the way you speak. Like, it happens, but it's more rare than not, right?
AKA
like,
Jeremiah.
Obviously. Big shout out to Jeremiah, like number 1 person I had in mind. Right? Landon's different because I mean Landon is the prototypical description of what I just or the prototypical profile of what I just described. But Landon's different because he's like sweet and wholesome, and I got to know him on a friend level long before I knew anything about his poker game, right? But like with Jeremiah and Andy and, you know, a few others that I've come in contact with, a couple of the young Germans as well, I'm only getting to speak to them as peers, right? So we're running deep in an event and we're discussing, you know, what's going on around us or whatever. And just the way that they speak about the game, this young German kid, Fabian, is another one that I think is just like brilliant and so down to earth and so plugged into the live realm in spite of having like an online background. Like, I just think that their ceilings are so high, and it's going to be really fucking hard to beat this kid who has millions of hands of experience and 167 big blinds. But if it happens, this is the way it's going to happen. I'm gonna throw a little prediction out there.
Okay.
I think Bowie Effect is a big favorite to win this. Obviously, he has a 3-1 chip lead over the field. But if he is to be cut down, probably happens with like 3 left, 2 left, something along those lines. I think it's going to be a spot where he just has a candidate, you know, and just like runs it in a fucking 120 big blind pot or a 200 big blind pot, you know, like I'm not even saying like he 5-bet jams ace king pre and runs into kings or anything along those lines. Like that could obviously happen, but that's not what I'm saying.
You're saying the deuces.
I'm saying he has red fucking deuces.
I know about that.
He has red deuces on ace king queen all diamonds. Or sorry, ace king queen 2 diamonds, and he just says, "I'm gonna win this fucking pot."
This is the one.
This is approved.
This is approved.
We big bet all in. Like, just looks at the flop and immediately all he sees is 3E. Right? Like he just has geosizing written across his forehead. Like, we're going for it, baby. We fucking got it.
I'm laughing so hard because, like, I'm just imagining when Landon sees the deuces, he sees the ace, king, queen, two-tone flop. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
3E, baby.
Yeah. I predict this because, like, this is every discussion where Landon has so much confidence and certainty in his theoretical understanding. He's usually right, but he lacks that live filter, so to speak, right? And how different his opponent is playing compared to the machine, and how much that difference matters whenever you're curating your bluffs. He started a chat with me yesterday or the day before, and he's like, blind versus blind, he limps, I have 2-3 off, I check. Board comes ace, jack, jack, 2 clubs. He bets 1 big blind, I raise. And I'm just like, all right, here we go. Here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. And it's just like, bro, there's 3 blinds out there. Like, just give it up, man. Like, you're allowed to fold the 3 deuce off sometimes. And it's like, yeah, it's a pure continue in theory, but like, he's also supposed to range check in theory. And like, you know, is he stabbing too much? Maybe. Okay, like, now we got to raise and he calls, and like, now we're on the turn. And he's just like, you know, from that point on, obviously the hand goes south.
Yeah.
And the conversation immediately shifts into, what else are my bluffs? And I'm just like, I can't like shake them hard enough to just be like, sometimes it's okay to not have one, man.
This is Negreanu's
Slave to the Sim.
Slave to the Sim. Right, yeah.
I think that's the conversation where we're like 2 ships passing in the night, where he'll bring it to, what else are my bluffs? And I'll say, you don't need to have bluffs. And where we're missing each other is, I think he thinks that I don't know that that's supposed to be his bluff. And I think that, and then I think that he thinks he truly does have to have bluffs, where deep down he probably knows it's okay to be imbalanced, right?
Yeah.
So we just keep butting heads because we're on the extreme side of defending our corners.
Of course.
Where it's like, I know that that's supposed to be your bluff, and I'm saying to pass on it. And you know that you're supposed to pass on it, but you're so diligent to the sim and saying like, well, I didn't pass on it, I fucking went for it, and you know what? It's GTO approved.
But isn't this your life and your relationship with your friends in a nutshell?
Yeah, kind of. I think that's the best way to stress test.
Yeah.
Not relationships, definitely not relationships, but it may be indirectly relationships.
Friendships, maybe.
But no, it's the best way to stress test ideas.
Yeah.
Right. It's the best way to stress test the legitimacy of
your argument,
of your strategies, and mainly the nuances of your strategy. Because like, if we look at the grand picture, like the overarching aspect of it, Landon and I are going to be pretty much in sync at most junctures of how to play no limit hold'em. Right. We'll have some discrepancies here and there where he may be a little bit more aggressive in certain nodes and I may be a little bit more passive, and then vice versa, right? Like, I also may be a little bit too aggressive in other nodes where he likes to play a little bit more cautiously. But the general strategies that we're implementing are going to be relatively uniform. But when you dig into the nuance, the way that we are curating a comparable EV is going to be very, very different, right? Because my skill set is largely knowing not to lose 75 big blinds in this hand, right?
Yeah.
And his skill set is largely knowing that he can risk 75 big blinds here because
It's
he'll
theoretically
also,
correct.
yeah, and like, he'll just find a bunch of 5 to 15 big blind spots that I won't, right? Like, he'll just find flop raises that generate more EV than me. He'll find, river 3 bets that I won't, because I'm a little bit too conservative based off the same premises. So it is certainly a give and take. Nobody's perfect, and there is no one specific best player when it comes to MTTs or cash in this realm. And that's kind of what makes the game so beautiful, and what's going to make this final table so interesting to watch, right? Because you do have these different levels of skill. Altman representing like more of the aggro live guy, blunt hammer and nail type of approach. Bowie effect Andrew representing the very well curated theoretical mind that is trying to dial this down to specific combos and suits and blocker effect and things of that nature, right? Like, then right in between that spectrum is Chad Evsledge, and all of them have like tremendous success in these environments, right? So like you're going to get to see these three profiles kind of play themselves out. And then a man that I haven't even mentioned yet, mainly because I don't want to butcher the pronunciation of his name.
Well, go on.
Uslis? I can't even read my own writing. Is this USC or USE?
So the winner of this event last year.
Correct. Oh, it's US. Okay, so well, I'm definitely not going to say useless. But that would be the way I would pronounce it.
I would think Ucelis.
Ucelis. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I like that.
See,
I
that's
like that.
that shows how uncultured I am.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
would
say,
have
we had
never looked at a U and thought, ooh.
Yeah, we have a resident non-American on the staff here.
Yeah,
we got it.
Thank you. Thank you, Guapo.
Present.
You could have came in with that save way before I said
No, you
useless,
couldn't. No.
but thanks for the assist anyway, buddy.
Thanks, Bob. Forgot.
Ucelis, he is the defending champ of this event from last year, which is like just adding to the storyline. How insane!
Yeah.
It's absurd, dude.
And honestly, like he has a lot of chips too. I think he has like 45 big blinds or something like that. He comes in 4 of 6, but you can. So we forget this is a 5-day event, right? So for 4 days, he's having this conversation with himself of, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it again. And, you get down to 11 and you're just like, this is reality. This is fucking happening, right? And it's not like he lacks any ability. This guy's
He's been there. He's done it.
He's been there and he's done it.
He knows it's possible.
He's also coming from an online background, very studied, going to be a very proficient player, right? He's going to be able to throw his hat in the ring. One double. If he doubles through Andy, suddenly he's the chip leader, or he's second in chips only by a couple
It's
big
game
blinds.
on.
Like, yeah, it's game on. So anything can literally happen here. Finally, Josh K is the 6th member that I haven't spoken about. This is his 4th WPT final table.
He has like 2.4 million in earnings.
2.4 million in career earnings, 1.1 of those just from the WPT.
Sick.
So half of his career earnings are
So
nearly
he's
half.
so comfortable in a WPT event.
He is comfortable, but we don't know what will happen if he gets heads up because he's finished 3rd, and 5th. So, we're rooting for his 4th attempt to be. I know what that feels like, man. Look,
Berkey looked at your head mob and just straight felt for you.
somebody with 11 WSOP final tables where most of them finish somewhere between 3rd and 6th. I get it. Bro.
You have 11?
11.
Not
yeah.
including online?
Yeah.
Okay.
Including online. Live, I think I have 8.
Wow.
Or 7.
You stink.
7 or 8. I stink. I absolutely stink. Live, I just had my worst finish this past World Series. I got 7th. But prior to that, I had never had worse than 5th live. That was super disappointing. I was like 1 of 11.
Yeah.
Came in like
You do
9 of 9.
Yeah. So you should maybe take some lessons from Altman. He can show you how
Well, to be
get there.
fair, I played just like Altman, except I don't fucking win my flips.
Well, he wins them all.
Yeah, I played
You're
a
on
lot
the other
of,
side of the bell curve.
I played a lot of all-in pots with Ace King and did not
Yeah.
win any of them. Came in, I limped my way to the final table, basically.
We'll get you there.
Yeah. God, someday, huh?
Just win the
You know what?
WPT championship.
I'm just thankful for being here. I don't have any WPT final tables. I have a fucking 7th.
Yeah.
Goddamn fucking Deoxy.
Oh, that's so brutal.
Deoxy. He fucking knocked me out of my WSP final table too.
You had I didn't say WSOP. I said WPT.
Oh, sorry.
You don't always gotta come in here flexing, man. We know that you made a final table once in your life.
I've made like 3. Yippee.
Oh right, one
Yeah.
of the mixed game.
No, I made 4, and I've been playing for 2 years.
You made 4
Year and a
WSOP
half.
final tables.
Yeah, I've made 2
Live?
2 live, 2 online.
Bracelet events?
Yeah.
What were the 2 online?
The last one that was 100K, or I'm sorry, the million guarantee, and the
Oh, you made a big boy.
yeah, I got 7th in that. Remember, I got River to Set,
Yeah.
and I got in the PA.
Oh yeah, one of mine is for PA too. Those
Yeah.
definitely don't count.
Yo, relax,
They
bro.
count.
Don't do that to me, bro.
Don't.
I need that. Come on, I need that. Yeah,
I got-
that's my padding.
First place in yours was like 5K.
What?
First place in yours in PA was like 5K.
No, it was 20.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine winning
like
a bracelet
22.
and it's $5,000.
Yeah, I was rich at the time too, so I was so much more excited about the fucking
The bracelet than the actual cash. Yeah.
I got third in the PA bracelet championship.
We did pretty well that weekend.
Yeah, I did really well.
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah, Cash was good too. Yeah, you left early.
Yeah. I just had a bad.
He couldn't take winning.
No, too
Yeah,
much
it was
winning.
funny.
He left before the main event.
Oh man.
No, I didn't qualify for the main event. Remember? It was like one of those.
Oh yeah, it was day 2.
Yeah, so it was
So
like,
you could play like 6 flights of day 1.
or I could get the fuck out of there and go to Michigan at that time, or something like that. So I was like, okay, let me go.
Imagine leaving PA for Michigan. What a downgrade.
Shout out to Corey Paget.
Yo, talking about Corey, this motherfucker did it again.
What do you do now?
He got, I don't even know what he won, but he won something and got like third in something else. He's been crushing.
In Michigan?
Yeah, he won like around 30, 25, 30.
He has the Midas touch.
Oh God, yeah.
This guy, whatever he touches turns to gold.
Man, I fucking forgot.
When he starts playing live WPTs, I'm going to give him the exact same rundown I just gave Bowie Effect.
Right, yeah.
It's going to be like, this kid's been an online crusher for years. Like, a little long in the tooth, but you know, he's
He said he has
ready
a
for
long
it.
tooth?
No, he's older than Bowie Effect. Long in the tooth.
It's another one of those idioms.
Yeah.
Or a catchphrase.
Full of them.
It is a catchphrase.
Well, it's a catchphrase for you, Conrad.
For me, huh?
Yeah, you know, we're trying to make you a man of the people since this is your show, and I'm just here tagging along.
As long as you know, man. As long as you're here. We're here as a 1-2 punch, man. I'm 1, you 2. Let's go, baby.
Fucking glance, man. You see what you've done? I hope you're happy with yourself.
Yo, Glance, I want to let you know I fucking saw that like maybe like a half hour after everybody else in the world did. And I just walked around the living room for like a minute and a half. And I was like, what am I going to reply to this?
I hope you're happy.
And then I found the perfect gif. And it was just like me stealing a mic. What? Drop. Boom.
And I'm just a fucking Charlie in the box over here.
Wait, all right, is that another catchphrase?
No, it's from Rudolph, the Misfit Toys.
The Misfit Toys. Did you see me put the meme of the Misfit
I saw the
Toys
meme,
in
but
there?
I didn't understand what it meant.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, because it's a Jack in the Box, so the Misfit would be Charlie in the box.
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
I get it.
Okay.
I get
It's
it.
Nobody
play
wants
on
a
words.
Charlie in the box.
You are fucking Charlie.
Smash his face into a jelly.
Oh, man. All right. Huge shout out to everybody who partook in today's contest. Thank you guys all so much for being a part of the Nerds and Brainiacs. We appreciate you for signing up. Don't forget that we still do have that Black Friday sale going through tomorrow because LaManna can't get his dates right, so you guys can take advantage of it.
What are you talking about? I went to you and I said, December 1st?
I said,
and you said yes. I said, okay, December 1st.
That's not how the conversation went. I texted you. I said end it next.
I will tweet it. I'll tweet it out.
I said end it next Wednesday. You said yeah, December 1st. I'm like, okay. I also don't know my dates. I'm not
that
trying
means
to.
it at December 1st, which means it ends Wednesday. At the end of Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Maybe.
What they're trying to say is you guys got another 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how the system works, man. I've only been using it for 4 years.
I wonder how long sales have really been left up over the last 4 years.
Don't forget that we also have the Only Friends Out Loud. So Poker Out Loud with the cast of Only Friends. Episode 3 will be dropping today at 4 p.m. So be sure to check that out. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all of the traction you guys are able to give us. And then look forward to the WPT Championship. We gave away another seat today. That's number 3.
Jonathan
We are
Mayo.
going to be doing a live show from the win on day 1, A, B, and C. That's next week. If you're Andy, it's a week from next. If you're a normal person, I guess. But anyway, that'll be December 12th, 13th, and 14th. So if you guys are in town, be sure to pop by. We're going to be doing it live from the final table. That's it for us today. We are going to be back normal time, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Landon will be back in the building. We are going to do a reaction to the Liver King news that he's juiced to the fucking gills.
Oh, nobody fucking knew that one.
I'm shocked.
Shocker.
I, for one, am just astonished.
Nobody knew that.
So we'll be dining on some liver, bull testicles, and an ass full of steroids tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you then.
Peace.